So I created a blend for you guys. So black pepper, clary sage, melissa, and orange. Orange is the oil of abundance. So orange addresses a wide variety of emotional issues. Okay, so if you have people that come to you with emotional issues and you don't know what to tell them to use, chances are it's going to be orange. Okay, there's a wide variety, but orange is amazing for emotions. You guys are probably thinking, this is not what I thought I was getting on to tonight. I'll get there. But I love wild orange. It's the first oil I was ever attracted to. And orange I'm reading from my emotions book, Emotional Healing with Essential Oils by Daniel McDonald. So good. You can get it on Amazon. It's amazing. Orange teaches the true meaning of abundance. So abundance in all aspects of your life, not just financial abundance, but abundance of love and hope and health and finances. So orange is an amazing one, and especially as we start to up level, orange is great. Melissa is the oil of light. So Melissa awakens the soul to truth and light. It reminds individuals of who they truly are and why they came to this earth. I love it. So Melissa is just such a great oil as you're working through those personal things in your life, because this business is oils. But for those of you who are just getting started, it's also a personal development journey. So it brings a lot of past stuff up, and Will, you're going to totally see this coming soon. It's definitely one of those things that is, for those of you who've been on this journey since the beginning and are definitely higher up in the ranks, it's a personal development journey with doTERRA, which is so amazing. And we're so blessed to have these oils to support us through all these damn emotions. Clary sage, my favorite oil, and the reason is it's the oil of clarity and vision. Clary sage for me is just such energetically for me, I find it just gives me everything that I need. I'm so focused on my vision and my goals, and so clary sage really just helps to tie that in. But one of the really cool things is, if you're into chakras, it's the finest oil for the brow chakra, and it helps people to see or to get rid of their limiting belief systems. Cool. Okay. These oils are amazing. And then black pepper. This is a new favorite. And Will, would be awesome one for you because it kind of gives you that. I love spicy. I love that spicy masculine scent. So black pepper is amazing. Black pepper is the oil of unmasking. So if you've been finding that you have had this mask on that you maybe have been hiding, if you feel as though you have had this facade of perfection, or you just want to come across a specific way, black pepper is an amazing one to help break down those barriers. Okay, no wonder I've been drawn to it lately as I start to show you real life. As I sit here completely barefaced, may or may not have a bra on, and I'm gonna do a training with you guys. Totally unmasking. But black pepper invites individuals to get real, okay? It really helps people to dig deep and to work through spots of their life that maybe you haven't understood. Yeah, Shan, you'd love this one. So I am obsessed with this blend, and I've been using this blend for the past few weeks. I actually created a roller bottle. It's my little Blue Diamond roller bottle, and I use it whenever I feel the need to use it. So diffuse this blend, or one thing you can do if you have this book, flip through and maybe see some things that you're going through in your life and pull out the oils that are really in line with how you're feeling, and maybe some things that you have to work through. So I just wanted to start with that. I thought it was kind of fun, and I love working through some emotional stuff because we've all got it. But I wanted to start tonight and just share with you guys this a training that it's been on my heart for a little while, and the reason I invited you guys all here tonight was because I am feeling that there's a lot of people, no, it's those four, Hannah. There's a lot of people in this business, on my team, in my coaching and my trainings, that are playing small. You're on the brink of something so big, or you've been working towards the rank of gold for the past 8 months. And you sit there and every month you're like, it's gold month, it's gold month. And you hit the end of the month and you barely hit silver. Or you have been sitting at elite for the past year. Or you went to convention last year as a silver and this year you're going as a silver and there's no growth happening. Behind the scenes there's growth, right? But maybe with your rank there's not that growth. And I want you to know that this happens and it's life, and it's doesn't mean you're not growing. You're growing behind the scenes. You're becoming a better person. You're becoming a better human. But there are some things that you maybe need to do to up level. And so I wanted to hop on, take you through 2 mini exercises that really helped me to discover, first of all, my brand. This is a huge thing. This is going to be a really great branding exercise for you. And to maybe think a little bit bigger in terms of how you can share with your communities. So this first exercise, I'm going to share my screen. I'm recording this, so if you like, I'm going to give you some time to do the exercise. But if you feel that you don't have enough time, you can come back and you can go through this at a later time. And I will give you guys this document to use at any time. And if you have questions, I'm going to pop the chat box open so I can see. All right. So can you guys see that? Someone just want to pop if you can read that okay? I can zoom in more. I know, well, it might be harder. I'll walk everybody through it. All right.
I zoomed in.
Are you good? Okay. Okay, so grab a blank sheet of paper, a notebook, whatever you have. And for those of you who are new, obviously there's going to be some things like this. What are the top 5 ways doTERRA has changed your life? There's going to be some things that aren't necessarily they're not going to, you're not going to have answers. So just skip that and we can work towards the next one. But the first question I want to ask you guys is, what are the top 5 ways doTERRA has changed your life? So this can be anything. And I don't want this to be like paragraphs. Like I want this, don't even explain it. That's for a later date. I want you to just write down financially. I've gained friends. I've whatever, grown as a person. It should take like 2 seconds. It should be whatever comes up. Yeah, I took my, Hannah said, this is easier without wine. So I work with small groups of individuals on my team. I just from time to time, I'll choose 6 or 8 people that I want to work with at a time. And I invite them over and we go through exercises like these. And I had a group of girls over the other night and we got really drunk. Totally, if you don't drink, sorry. But oh my gosh, we had so much wine. We went through this exercise and I almost feel like you get the good stuff out. It's like the juice comes out when you've had a few drinks. And so like I feel like the real nitty gritty of this exercise came out. But yeah, it's probably a different exercise now that you haven't had a glass of wine. Okay, so that one's done. So then what are the top 5 things that doTERRA is allowing you to create in your life? So this is not something that is current. This is something that doTERRA is allowing you to do. So if you haven't found financial freedom yet with doTERRA, but you know that's something you're creating, that's something there. freedom to have your husband home, or you want to retire or travel with your kids? What is it allowing you to create? This is more your vision side of things. All right. We're kind of coming up to 5 or more. Just gonna stop sharing for a sec. Does anybody have any idea as to why I'd ask those 2 questions, or what that is going to, anybody have any idea how you can share that message with others, or why maybe I've prompted those 2 questions, asked those 2 questions? Yeah, definitely your why. Someone can totally unmute yourselves and kind of share.
You mentioned that you noticed a lull, and this is a reminder of why you guys started this in the first place.
Totally. That, and anytime somebody comes to me and says, I don't have content, or what do I post about, or I want to do a blog, but what do I write about? Guys, you have 10 things now. You have a list of 10 things that can be blog posts. Or I was working with somebody I coached the other day, and she's like, I really want to do a blog, but I'm not financially free yet. Or my husband still works and I'm still working a full-time job and I still hate my life and all this stuff. She goes, how can I talk about that online if I haven't created it yet? Right? How many of you guys feel that way? How many of you guys are like, I want to tell everybody about this business. It's the best thing in the world, but I'm not successful. Every single one of you are successful. And what I love to do when I'm sharing the business opportunity, you guys can scan back 2.5 years if you want and see how my post started. From the very beginning of building my business, you would have had no idea that I was like dirt poor and thousands of dollars in debt, because I always talked about what I was creating. I always talked about the life I was creating in the future. I always talked about the top 5 things that doTERRA is allowing me to create. So anytime you get stuck, right now, you might be at a point where you're like, I'm done, I quit, right? We all hit those points, like AKA every time I'm going for a new rank, I'm ready to quit, ready to pack it in. Crazy, I know, but it's just, you get to those points where you're like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And you sit down with a pad of paper and a pen. And every time you do that, I promise you, 10 new things will come up, right? It's whatever's happening in your life. And that is going to create 10 new pieces of content for you to post about. So this is what brings me to tough love number 1. If you don't have a website or a blog, this might not resonate with you. And if it's something that you're like, it doesn't resonate at all, don't do it. But if you've been putting it off and you're afraid of the expense of creating a website, I'm here to tell you it cost me $100. And I did it myself in a weekend on Squarespace, because I believe that a blog is such a fantastic way for you to pour out your heart. I love blogging, and I don't do it often enough. But a blog is almost just like your journal. And it's such an amazing way for somebody to connect with you. So if you're feeling a disconnect with your community, you're feeling a disconnect with the online world, a blog is amazing. Okay. Cause you can't necessarily write a crap load of stuff on a Facebook post. Right. Cause those Facebook posts that are so long that it opens a new page. I have a love-hate relationship with them. And so this is a great way for you to build your business and really start just sharing with your community. So anybody have anything like you want to chat about with this? Like this, by the way, this tonight I wanted to create kind of like a forum. Yes, it's a training, but I wanted to create a space for you guys to communicate about this kind of stuff. The lulls you're feeling, the trials and tribulations, right? Because we all go through it. I'm in it right now. Anybody have anything about kind of that topic of blogging or just sharing in a different way? You guys can unmute yourselves.
Hi, Britt.
Hey.
I'm in the process of creating my website right now, and I love the idea of blogging, but I've been holding back. And so this 10 things that we just wrote is perfect for content. I was just kind of stuck and saying, well, I don't have anything to write about, but I like the idea of a blog. I just, so it's now this is going to help me put the wheels in motion.
Totally. And the next exercise is going to give you some like nitty gritty content to write about.
Perfect.
The stuff that like people, like the stuff that I think this is where I'm at in my business right now is that we need to stand out. What can you do that's different than every other essential oil person on the internet? I scan through Instagram, like, because I'm an online girl. So I'm probably on Instagram and Facebook more than I should be, but that's where my business is. And I scan through and I look at people's feeds, and I'm even talking people who are uber successful. Like I'm talking blue diamonds and presidential diamonds and people who are literally just doing the same mundane activities every single day, posting about oils, teaching classes. They're not doing anything big. Could you imagine these people if they were sharing their heart and their soul with people online and just sharing in a different way? So how can you, if you're stuck, how can you get bold in life and just in general? How can you stand out from the crowd, right? We all post about the oils we're using, right? I had a bath before this and I posted the oils I used in my bath. That's a part of our business. However, how can you share in a different way? Is blogging for you? Is doing videos? I don't know, like you guys can throw ideas for other people if there's different ideas that you have. But I think the purpose of this is how can you share in a way that's different? How can you stand out amongst the crowd? Because I can assure you that if you're doing the simple basic activities, you will hit presidential diamond one day. It might take you 20 years, but you'll hit it one day. But if you want to fast track that, you want to do it in 5 years or 3 years or 10 years, how can you stand out and step into your power and become the best version of you to share with the world? Clearly, I'm getting like super preachy tonight. This has all been on my heart and I'm like, I just want to share it with everybody. So I want to take you through a second exercise that really helped me. So I've never, all of my marketing and branding and graphic design you see online is me. It's me and PicMonkey, and literally a journal. And all of the stuff you see is just me throwing stuff together. That's my thing, right? If you don't like it, hire somebody to do it. But I had one session with a marketing coach. And for those, I won't share her name in here, but if you guys are interested, she's uber expensive. It was a gift from my upline. But one session changed my life. And this exercise that I'm about to take you guys through is like a $1,500 an hour session. So you're going to get a lot out of it. And I want you guys to really think about these answers that you're putting on paper. And I want you to come back to this and come back to this and come back to this and add things and remove things and expand on stuff. And I am going to do a little bit of coaching. So I want you guys to write down a minimum of 5 of these next that I'm going to walk you through. A minimum of 5. And I want at least a couple of you to share a few of them with us. And you ready? Because I'm like, this is my favorite. Okay, so this exercise is the simplest question, but what do you believe? What do you believe in? I believe in, like, these are just like, I believe in love at first sight. I believe in, I believe millennials should be 7-figure income earners. I believe in, what do you believe? I believe in Western medicine. I don't know. What do you believe? Jot them down. And these should be borderline obnoxious. No, seriously. Like, you see those leaders online. My upline is one of them. Tara Lynn, who I adore to pieces, and who is bold and shares her heart and shares what she believes in, regardless of judgment, or regardless of what anybody says. That's what these things should, that's what these belief statements should be.
How did you and Geraldine meet real quick?
We taught yoga together years ago. Yeah.
I love her.
She was my mentor when I first started teaching yoga. Her and I were partnered together, and she mentored me through when I was first teaching yoga. And then she left and she went and did big things, and then we met through Instagram. Like, we reconnected through Instagram.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love her wildness.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, there's a girl at my internship who is part of Datira, and I cannot remember her name right now. And if she's in this call, I apologize. But I told her about you, and it was just before you were in London, actually.
Oh,
so,
no way. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so funny. Yeah, doTERRA is huge out in London. Not saturated. I will never use that word, but big. There's like, I forget what the stat was. There was, because my up line, Ange, is in London. And she said a stat. She's like, there's, I don't know, however many people on our team who live in London. But that's less than like I don't know, I think it was less than like 1% of the population or something like that. It was crazy. Okay.
So
what do you
basically,
believe?
I have to be innovative.
So these are just a few of mine, and I'm sure many of you have actually seen them in my branding, slightly thrown in subtly, but not so subtly into stuff. But I believe in retirement before 30. I believe millennials should be multiple 7-figure income earners. I believe in being financially free. I believe everybody should be a network marketer, and you're insane if you're not. And I believe in all things wine, because I'm a wino. But what do you believe? Anybody have some to share? Don't be alarmed if I start to pull them apart. I
guess I'll go.
Yeah.
I believe in family.
Yeah.
Love, trust, interdependent communities, not independent communities, and leadership.
Amazing. Can you expand on any of them? Like, can you get even bolder with some of them?
I think that if you want to tie it into doTERRA, basically family, it would allow more opportunity and more freedom to share passion with family, but also spend time with family. Trust, you trust the product, you're trusting that the team that you're with, and you're allowing people to trust you with the information that you're giving them.
Yeah.
Interdependent communities is, sorry, that's my phone.
Oh, good. Story of my life.
Interdependent communities, I work in gerontology, and, we are always so focused on trying to maintain people's independence, but none of us are truly independent, and we all have to rely on one another, just like what's happening here right now. You guys are working as a team interdependently to build each other up. And I don't believe in independence. I believe in interdependence. And I think that is really, really important. And I think that this type of business is...
You're really wanted, I think.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently my mother wants to talk to me.
I hate when they do that.
And I just said family was one of my values.
Yeah. At times, family. I'd sit with those over the next few days, and I would almost, so this is what I did. I wrote out my statements. So like mine were, I believe in freedom. I believe in whatever. And then what I did is I left a few spots below that on a sheet of paper, and I would then write out what, as a part of that, am I talking about? So like, I believe in interdependence. So I believe in interdependence. I believe in working as a team, right? So these are all things that you can get to that'll then bring you to the nitty gritty. I believe in retirement before 30. I believe in network marketing. Like, you know what I mean? That part of it. Because it's so easy for us to say, I believe in love. But what does that mean? Right? I believe in love. How? Right? I believe in free speech, but how? So I want you guys to, like, a lot of you have thrown things here. So I believe that health is king. I believe in the universe, physio, proactive with your health, animals are the purest life form on earth. Shannon, like, that's amazing, right? Like, this is Shannon Crowder, right? On my team, I'm like, this is the right Shannon. Because because she was talking about Rob. Okay, so that's you, right? So what I want you to get clear on is the fact that these I believes are your brand statements. If you struggle with who you are and what your brand should be, you're being very inauthentic in the creation process, because your brand is literally you and what you believe in this world. So if you look at my brand, it's pink, it's bubbly, it's creative, it's bold, and my statements are totally in line with that, right? So let's see what else we've got here. I love these. I believe in essential oils, like Shannon. So Shannon said angel cards, and like most people would look at that and be like, what? So Shannon, like one thing that yours could be is I believe in the message of that angel cards share, or something along those lines, right? Like what was really funny in this drunken night I had the other night with my team, we pulled angel cards. They looked at me like I was bonkers, and I was like, no, let's just like for fun, right? Nobody would know behind the scenes I do angel cards. I'm addicted. So we pulled angel cards, and we were all like bawling messes within like 5 minutes, because it just pulls out so much. And then all hell broke loose. It was hilarious. Oh my God, I love these. Anybody else want to unmute themselves and walk through some of theirs?
I believe in time freedom. I believe in teamwork. I believe in fitness. I believe in leadership. And I believe the universe has my back.
Love that. So you said, freedom.
Time freedom.
Time freedom. So one thing for that, like I would say, like, what does time freedom, so one of the questions you might ask underneath that of yourself is, what does time freedom allow me to do? So it could always say, I believe in being, like, I don't know if this is what you believe in, but I believe in, retiring your husband. So you're home. You know what I mean? Like, what does time freedom mean to you? right? So if you want to create time freedom in doTERRA, what is that? How does that feel? I get the chills even just thinking about this.
I'm able to spend more time with my daughter and my fur babies.
Yeah. So I believe in like midday hikes with my family. I be like, what does time freedom look like for you? How it clearly this excites me. How excited do you get? Like, what do you get excited to do? I believe in like month-long vacations. I believe in like what is on your vision board? What is like, guys, like this is the stuff that we need to be talking about with the world because we're playing small. Okay. I sat back. I've been trying to go Blue Diamond for like 3 months and it's not working. And I sat back last month and I said, what, excuse my language, if there's kids around, what the fuck what am I doing wrong? I need to do something different. How am I playing small? And this is how I was playing small. I wasn't talking about the stuff that needs to be talked about. It's right. The world needs you guys. As much as you probably think, oh yeah, I just sell oils. The world needs you. Okay? Write it in friggin' bold letters and put it on your mirror. The world needs me. Okay? They need you. So what are you going to share with them? So what were a few other ones? I believe in fitness. Like I believe in being a happy, healthy mom. It's in all aspects of your life. I'm trying to think what everyone said here. Savvy, I feel like you have some really cool ones. Can you share? You're so connected to your spirit and just who you are. I want to hear them.
So I guess for me, when I started doTERRA, I have always had the ancestors with me in terms of my teachings and how I walk. And with every footstep that I walk in this earth, I know that I have a lot of ancestral teachings guiding me in my every way. And so when I smell Douglas fir and when I learned that our ancestors were so resilient and so strong and they were able to keep on going on because Mother Nature was healing and Mother Nature was the doctor and the bear grease and the birch trees and the sap and all the medicine. We had everything and we used that. And so when I connect with these oils, it brings me to such a different emotional level, like Brittany was talking about in the beginning of this, that it's just such a huge emotional journey. So for me, I believe in reconciliation. I believe that my Native people will heal. I believe that my Native people will come together again. I believe that our people will rise up and we will work together and we will unite and celebrate one another. And that is something that is so huge and it's something that's lacking tremendously in our communities. There's a lot of disconnect. There's a lot of envy. There's a lot of
yes, girl. Like I have the chills. I want to start crying for you. And you're so connected to your brand. Like this is who you are. And oh my God, it makes me cry. What I love about this is the fact that every single one of you on this call is completely different. And I don't want any single one of you, obviously we all believe in similar things. Why? It's going to be totally different. And I love this. Keep going. You have more. I know you have more. It's just going to get even nittier and grittier.
I just want to say that, like what Brittany said, like she felt like she was in a lull and we all feel like that. And I've been feeling like that this month big time. And I know I'm not alone. Like I know some of my top leaders are here in this group right now and they also have felt that way. And I'm just so glad, Britt, that you're open and you're very transparent about that. You've been having a shit time trying to reach Blue Diamond because I'm trying to go for platinum and I'm getting frustrated too. And I'm like, like what the heck am I missing? And
it's coming.
Thank you.
I can tell you now, and this is my total transparency, I've been a very solid diamond, well, fairly solid, mostly solid, since I hit diamond in last November. And this month, I'm barely hitting gold. So I want you to know this doesn't happen often. I don't think I've hit gold since I hit diamonds. Not that it's a bad thing. It just is showing you that this business works, but it does have those ebbs and flows. It's August. I haven't worked. a lot of my team hasn't worked. And I'm in convention mode. Like I'm at convention already. Like I'm there and prepping. And so I don't expect to be like for people to be wanting to join my team. And I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes work, and I'm still blogging, and I'm still doing that. So no, I'll always be a diamond. You're always your highest rank. You're not paid as that rank. So I won't be paid as a diamond. I'll be paid as a gold. But I know that September, October, November are massive months in doTERRA, and that I have not a doubt in my mind that we're going blue diamond in November. There's not a doubt in my mind it's happening. So it's just, we need these months. It's almost like we need these months to sometimes just like scare your team into action. I don't like using the word scare, but for your team to see, oh shit, like I just can't stop working. You know what I mean? And I have some of my high level leaders on here, and you guys are always working. That's not what I'm meaning. But for those of you who are on teams that are newer and just rebuilding, and yeah, like I love what Shannon's saying. We're laying the groundwork. So that's my total transparency with you guys, that this is a low month, and some people are skyrocketing, and I'm not, right? Yeah, there were months that made the year in retail, and that's totally the same. So I love that. And these are some ways that I know you guys are going to stand out. I'm going to tell you how you can utilize these, but I want to hear some more because I feel like you guys have really good ones. You're hiding though.
Trisha, Mariah, Tammy.
Pull out your black pepper and start unmasking. All right. Who wants to go? You can like give me your hand and I'll
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
I'm Tammy. I'm on Newfoundland. I'm also Mi'kmaq, and I'm Savvy is my upline and my girl. And okay, so for me, doTERRA, the way I've been explaining it to people for me is that our ancestors were able to use the gifts that the earth gave them in their specific area. But now that I have these little bottles from the entire world, there's just so much more healing and sharing that can go on because of that. Yeah. So I feel I really love to help people, and now I can feel I can help them on such a deep level now. So that makes me feel really amazing that I can do those sorts of things for people now. So that's a huge why for me, and why I want to do this. I also completely believe. I'm sorry.
What are some of your I believe statements?
Oh, okay. Hang on. I wrote them down. I probably should have them off the top of my head, right?
Not yet. It's all good.
I believe Gen Xers should have 6 figures per month. That's what I believe.
Girl.
I believe in sharing everything that we have because it doesn't belong to us. We need to share that with people because a smile, a hug, all of that stuff means everything to someone else. Maybe the smallest thing to us, it means everything to someone else. And we don't know what another person's journey is on, where they're at in their journey. I believe in working as a team because teamwork makes the dream work. So that's strong. That's strong. I believe in retiring at a young age because you have the energy and you haven't gotten into your complacency where you want to stay hidden and don't want to do a whole lot of stuff. So you still have that energy and gumption to do so. So everyone should be retired early. I think that we have it backwards. I think that we should be having the fun in our youth and be able to continue to learn in our senior years. Yeah. When our bodies don't work as well, you know?
Funny. Geralyn's husband, when he got his, when he was getting his retirement fund or whatever, and was getting the envelope said, now the fun begins. So you retire and now the fun starts. It's like,
that's amazing.
Totally ass backwards, like completely wrong. It's just insane. It's like you work your ass off your entire life. You hate your job. Some people love their job, but some people hate their job. And then you retire and that's when the fun begins. So it's like, great. I've got maybe, if I make it to retirement, I've got maybe I live a long life, 20 years, 25, 30 years of fun. That's even if you retire at a young age.
My father was diagnosed with cancer in his last year of working, and my parents now realize that they probably have only a few years left to be able to travel. My mom is 57, my dad is 64, and they won't have benefits as of this. Sorry, my dad turned 65 and he loses his benefits now, and for him to leave the country costs tens of thousands of dollars for him to get insurance. So I agree 100% with what you guys are saying here.
Totally crazy. I know it's crazy, and it's funny because your dad was a firefighter, right? Yeah, and I say that to Aaron all the time. I'm like, we need to live our life now, and he gets it. Because I said to him, like, their life expectancy still is about 10 years less than the average person, even though they have all these things, and just like getting this ingrained in his brain, it's hard, right? Because it's so ingrained in everyone's head. That's why they think we're crazy when we tell them this amazing life we're living. People are like, you're what? No, you need to work. It's like, no, that's not how this works. Okay, keep sharing. There's a few more. I know, Tammy, you have more.
Oh, you're asking me again. Sorry, I just got booted out. I just got popped back in again. Okay. Yeah, so about the whole retirement thing, and thank you for sharing. I'm sorry I didn't get his name that just spoke. But that's kind of what doTERRA has done. That's one of the reasons why when Savvy had shared doTERRA with me and I said no, like I was the really tough nut to crack. And she persevered and she kept on me, and she knew that this was the right thing for me. And really what kind of come around for me is there are so many people passing at such young ages now for the strangest things. And a natural solution for that is kind of another really big reason why I need to be doing this. The pharmaceutical companies have proven that you take one thing, you need 5 others in order to be able to combat the side effects of that first one.
Don't those commercials kill you? Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, why would you?
And it's just because you couldn't sleep. Like, what?
Oh my God, I know. I want to grab people by the head sometimes and just like shake them. I know that causes problems, but it's like, can you wake up? It's just people who are using anyways.
Yeah. I also believe in truthful, good people. And I believe that because of doTERRA and the types of people that are attracted to this, we have a really solid group of people that we get to be around most days, and we attract the same to us. So when you're sharing goodness, you get goodness back times 1,000. So
I love it.
Another one of those.
You guys are awesome. You have my team want to share? Come on. Girls. Shannon, Rob, Carrie, Hannah, I'm going to call you out.
I'll share real quick.
Oh, awesome, Ryan.
I have like 2 free seconds. I've been putting my kids to bed, but I have 2 seconds.
No worries.
I wanted to share because I'm having a hard time flushing it out. Like when you said, like get deep or something. I only had like 3 words and they weren't very deep. But I said that I believe in aliens and Bigfoot and
I love it.
Children. This is Mom with Love.
I love
it. Just like anything, pretty much like I believe in ghosts and extraterrestrial and just stuff, otherworldly stuff like that. So I've kind of been trying to incorporate that already in my business and like just make myself my brand, like what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to flush it out. That's all I had was just the words there.
I was gonna say, do you drink alcohol? I was gonna say, do you drink or do something illegal? Well, illegal. Honestly, sometimes I need to just drink and like pour my soul on the paper and just like, I don't know. I have a friend and she's like, yeah, I usually I'll smoke a joint and then I'll do that stuff. And I'm like, okay, go, if that works, do it. I don't know. I just, my gosh, the doTERRA people would totally not agree with me right now. But sometimes it takes work. And some of your I believe statements aren't going to be all deep and soul-like. One of mine is I believe in, I don't even remember what it was, but when I go to a wedding, I am the person on the dance floor who's soaking wet with their hair in a ponytail. Because I love dancing until I'm like sweating through my dress. Like, I know that sounds so disgusting, but I love having fun. And so that's one of my I believe statements. So what I'm saying is I love having fun might be one of the ones you've written down, but having fun to me is dancing until I'm a sweaty mess on a dance floor. So I believe in sweating my butt off on the dance floor. So what I'm trying to say is get to the things that people can relate to. So I believe in having fun. Great. What's fun? Right? Fun for you might be drinking a bottle of wine by yourself in the backyard. I don't know what's fun. So I know that I'm just trying to think, what are some people said here that we can really just expand on?
Zip lining is fun.
Yeah. If you're the kind of person,
Water rafting is
adrenaline
fun.
junkie, yes, I believe in anything that boosts my adrenaline. Like, seriously, just lay it out on paper. These are going to be the things that I love how Trisha's on here and she's like my marketing girl, and I'm probably like totally off of what they tell people to do. But for me, these statements are when I'm posting online. I'll often come to these belief statements, which I usually have posted, and I'll say, like, is this in alignment with what I believe in?
Honestly, though, sorry, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do work in marketing, but we follow Simon Sinek Start With Why, and any clients we work with are literally, and that's kind of why we take a different approach to a lot of marketing companies, is we work with our clients to get their I believe statements or why they got into the business, and that's how you connect with your best clients essentially. So that's kind of the whole philosophy that we live under, and it makes such a big difference because you're getting in front of the people that are actually going to care and like resonate with who you are. So
awesome. Yeah. Now can you share your statements?
I can. So one of my big ones was I believe in living a happy, healthy, and energized life, because I think that there's a lot of factors out there now where people are just living very tired lives, very inflamed lives. They're not living to their full potential, essentially, in terms of their health and well-being. I believe in women supporting women. I believe in creating authentic relationships with people, because I don't think people get deep enough anymore in conversations. I believe that travel is vital to life experience, and I believe in living a financially free life.
Oh, I love it. So good. And so for those of you who I know, yeah, like Carrie goes, I believe in good food and not cooking. Like, one of my new ones is going to be, I believe in hiring out for things I hate. Seriously, because like, I want you guys to, ideally, you're the person you're going to attract to your team or to join you, to buy oils or to join your team, mostly to join your team, is usually the person you were six months to a year ago. So it's funny because I've done these I believe statements quite a bit. I did them about 6 months ago, and they're already shifting so much because the person I was 6 months ago is not the same person I am now. So you're gonna, yes, I believe in not spending all day doing dishes and laundry. I believe in coaching calls without bras on. Like, like seriously, like, this is my life, right? Like, just like silly stuff. Some of them are going to be silly. Some of them are going to be super deep. But really what that is, what these I believe statements are going to create they're your brand statements. They depict exactly who you are. And I promise you, they're going to attract people to you. Okay. So kind of from here, I'm not going to have you guys do it tonight because there's so many different ways that you can do this. However, given these brand statements that you've created, these I believe statements, and I want you to come back to these. Like, I want you to sit with these over the, like I'd say over the next week. Give yourself in your calendar at least 10 hours a day. You're going to sit with your paper. 10 minutes a day, you're going to come to your paper and you're going to add a new one. Or if you're like me, I get ideas when I drive. And so my voice memos on my phone is full of random crap like this. And then I come home, I'll listen to them, I'll throw them on paper, and I'll kind of decipher what should actually be a part of that. But given these statements you've put out, who would your target market be? So I know a lot of you struggle. Most of you come to me and you're like, I don't know who I want to attract. Guys, you know exactly who you want to attract. Because chances are you want to attract you. Not all the time, right? You're always going to attract people who challenge you and who are totally opposite from you, which is like most of my team, right? We're all so different. But when we come to the root of everything, we are really all the same. So you're going to write out who you want to target. I love doing this. I usually take a blank sheet of paper. I write on one side. This is where I say it's bold, okay? On one side, I write who I am for, like who likes me basically, and who doesn't like me. So if you're going to use it in the form of like I use this chart in my business opportunity sheet. And mine says who this is for, so who this business is for, and who this business is not for. And you're literally going to write down the people you do and do not want to work with. Not their names, but the types of people. So for instance, in my who this is for is millennials who want a 6-figure income. Who this is not for, women who think they know everything. Lazy people who want some magic easy button. But who this is for is women who are willing to invest time and money to start their business. Will's joining my team. He's a man. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to attract men. However, this is my target audience, right? A lot of my team are not millennials. And that doesn't mean I don't love working with them, because I adore every person on my team, regardless of who they are or what they do, man, woman, millennial or not. But these are the people you want to attract. And I promise you, because I can show you, the team who's joined me the past 6 months to a year are the people who I really want to work with. The millennials are a big thing for me, right? Because that's my age group. And so I can tell you now, the last 6 women who joined my team who are rock stars are millennials who are willing to invest time and money, who are everything on my chart of who I want to attract. So how can you utilize these things? Because you're probably wondering, okay, great, I have all this stuff written out. Now what do I do? These I believe statements, chances are they're going to become topics of posts. You post on social media. They're going to become blog posts. They're going to become training topics. So, for instance, what are some things that we've talked about? Like Carrie said, I believe in good food and not cooking. So I love good food and wine. Like, I have no problem dropping $200 on dinner because I love good food and wine. Like, that's my love language. I could eat till the sun goes down. I love it. So I'm planning a business opportunity event at a restaurant with good food and good wine. So how can you pull these I believe statements into your business? What do you love? You love time freedom. Maybe you teach this is a good idea. For those of you who like walking and hiking with kids, maybe you teach like an on-the-move oils class where like you're hiking through the forest with your children and you're like teaching about oils. I don't know, like I've never done it before. Who knows if it would work? But just some fun things that you can, how you can pull these things into your business, because that's the stuff that's going to make you stand out. Okay? Because I can tell you now, if you are doing the things in your business right now that you hate, not to be confused with the things that make you, that you're fearful of. So if you get scared doing something, don't confuse that with the stuff you hate, because the stuff that scares you is the stuff that you need to do. However, if you dread teaching classes, or you dread recording a video online, or you dread something so much that you really don't want to do it, don't do it. Ask me the last time I taught a class for myself, like maybe 10 months ago. I don't enjoy teaching classes. You guys might think I'm so crazy. It's just not my passion. This is my passion. I love pouring into people, and I love training people. So I want you guys to really focus on, what do you believe? How can you shift that into your business? Doing the things you love, doing the stuff that lights you up completely, that makes you happy, that makes you a completely different mom or spouse. What are the things that you can do in your business that make you really super excited? I know we have messages down here. Yeah, so a few different ways that you can utilize these things. I've created graphics so if you would actually go to my website, I'm not going to pull it up because my internet's quite crappy, but if you go to my website, it's BrittanyAMcLean.com, and you go to the my team page, you'll see these two things on there. My I believe is there, and also who this business is for and who it's not for. And it's funny because I thought it would turn people away. I told my branding girl, I was like, no, I was like, I can't do that. She's like, do it, just watch. And it's like people have come flocking, because the second you put it out there, who you want to attract and who you don't want to attract, that's when you're going to attract those people, right? You put it out in the universe, and the universe has your back, just like Lisa said. I just wanted to read through a few things that you guys said. So Trisha said, I believe in faith. Everything will work itself out. I believe in honesty. I believe that failures and hardships make us success as long as we don't play the victim. Love that. I believe that we are our own worst enemy. I believe in my roots. I believe in resiliency. I did this exercise. One of the girls on my team, Chelsea, one of hers that really stood out to me was, she goes, I believe my mess is my message. And I was like, oh my God. So little things like that really just click with you. I want you guys to start thinking of how you can utilize these things. May I ask if any or all of you have taken the aromatherapy certification course or any trainings done through the business? I don't know if anyone here is an aromatherapist. Anybody? No? I don't agree with it. One thing I also don't agree with, some people have done courses. There's some courses through a school called Aroma Head. And you can do just like some specific courses on things you're interested in. I believe in being self-taught. I really strongly believe that everything you're teaching people should be from experience. Whereas aromatherapy school is not. And I think another thing that happens with it, and this is my opinion, there's no proof, I don't know if there's proof behind it. I just believe that you set a standard that people can't meet. So if you have your aromatherapy course, people are almost fearful that people aren't going to trust them unless you're an aromatherapist. So I have people on my team who are going through the course. I don't necessarily agree with it. I don't think it's necessary. I find a lot of people run to it when they're struggling in their business as, oh, more people will listen to me when I get this. Don't think it's necessary. If it's of interest to you, go for it. If you love that stuff, go for it. But I would rather hop on to, like Dr. Josh Axe has a aromatherapy. It's not really, but like more of the scientific training side of things. But I love that YouTube, Google. I just love sort of teaching myself that kind of stuff. I love Tamara's here. I believe in raising my children naturally. Girl, that's like blog post central. I believe in being a mom that stays at home but is successful. So I believe in being a 6-figure mom. Change that. I believe sharing my experiences and knowledge with others. I'm trying to think of how we could word that. Like even I believe in just sharing my wisdom with others. I believe in being a happy and healthy mom to care for my children. I believe in being financially free. One thing I love about financially free, people don't know what it means. People have no idea. Do you guys know what like the actual definition of it is? Like the definition of being financially free is making more money than you spend. I don't agree with that. I think that being financially free is making more money than you spend plus a lot more. That's financially free to me. But it's kind of just define what's financially free to you, or what does financially free allow you to do? My goodness, we've got lots here. I believe in I believe in financial. I believe in retiring early. So I'd set an age, right? These are goals as well, right? Like I believe in retirement before 30. That was my goal in life, and I beat it by 6 years. I believe in being scared of doing things. I believe in doing one thing a day that scares you. I love that stuff. All right, I love rages. I believe in God and faith in God that He has provided us with these oils. I believe in being completely true to yourself. Always have confidence in yourself and be able to laugh. I believe that family always comes first, then dogs. Yeah, unless you're in our household, Leo always comes first. I don't know why. He's just such a shit. I believe in health and happiness, feeling healthy, but always being happy with what you're doing to your body. I love that. No crazy diets, but just eating or giving your body what it needs to feel great. I believe in travel and that it can make you a better person. I believe in being a happy mom. I love that. Yeah, financial wellness. Yes. Well, I love that. I know more seniors need these oils. It's we've lots to talk about on Tuesday, Will, but I really hope that this gave you guys kind of the groundwork to leave and put this to work. So it's one thing to sit on an hour call. I will let you guys go. It's not jail. You guys can leave if you need to leave. There will be a recording, but it's one thing to just sit here and it's to do the exercise on here, but it's another thing to actually go home you are home, but to hop off the call and go through it and sit with your thoughts and to do the part where you get uncomfortable, because it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. There's a lot of tears in this household. There's a lot of moments of no energy and being curled up in a ball because I've personal developed myself too much. Like, if that even makes sense. It's clearly almost 10 o'clock. And, but I want you guys to, for those of you who are feeling that space you're in right now is you're in that stuck spot. Oh my God, I can't talk. You're in that stuck spot. It's time to get real. Okay. It's time to sit down, do the thing, legal or illegal, that will help you to pour in onto a sheet of paper, to get all your thoughts out, to love how Sue just hopped on. She's probably like, what the hell are they talking about? I want you guys to do the stuff that's going to make you a better person, because you are going to need to get super uncomfortable before you are going to get to the position that you want to be in. Some people soar to diamond and don't do any work on themselves. Some people can't even get to elite without breaking themselves down, breaking the barriers and doing the work. So if you're stuck and you haven't done any work, it's about time. It's about time you stop the BS and you just realize that, okay, it's going to be a month of like you think you're going wacko. I promise you it passes. You have to get real. You have to read that book that you've been putting off. You have to go back and look at what's happened in your life that set you up for this failure, like this time in your life where you're not wanting to talk to people because of maybe something your dad said to you, or you're not wanting to this is me. This is like what's happening to me right now. I'm not wanting to talk about income and how successful I've been and how much money I make, because my parents think that that's very egotistical and that people shouldn't know how much money you make. It's a secret. My parents are very successful, but nobody knows that they're successful. And they believe that's how everybody should be. And I have this weighing on me, right? It's like, mom and dad follow you online, Britt. You shouldn't talk about money. But people are inspired by what I've created. I have no problem saying that. And so I want you guys to know that this happens to me. This happens to all of us. I have those moments where I doubt myself drastically. But you have to feel the fear and do it anyways. And you have to sit down and think, am I going to go diamond one day? Am I going to be a presidential diamond? And what would the diamond you do? Because I can tell you now, the diamond you would sit in your tears for a month or however long it takes you to get through your shit and break down those walls and really get clear on who you are and what you want to do. So that's what this exercise is really why you're doing this. So I'm going to leave you guys tonight because I apparently can't talk anymore. I should probably go to bed. You guys are so welcome. I've been feeling this need to just share openly and share regardless of judgment and be tough with you guys. And yeah. So you guys are going to be seeing more of this. I'm liking this new Brittany that's coming out. But Sue, I'll have a recording. I'll post the recording as soon as it's out. But have an awesome night, guys. And I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with.